I genuinely think this strategy is the fastest way of making money in property. I am, of course, talking about property trading. Well, what is property trading? Put simply, it is you in the middle of a transaction, and that transaction on the one side is property, and then the other side, investors. And what you're doing is you are assessing it on an approach where if you can buy it, you buy it. If you can invest in it, you invest in it. If you're getting a loan for it, you get a loan for it. You joint venture, or of course you package it on. And that's what we call the property trader's ladder. That is where you're matching the property and the investor together to make money. And one of the most common strategies within this for the fast cash is deal packaging. But overall, we're looking a lot deeper and becoming a property trader. Most people approach this in the completely incorrect way, and it's not actually your fault. It's because a lot of people tell you to do it this way. Have you ever heard this? Find a great property and the money will come. So that sounds really logical. Great advice, apart from it's fucking stupid. Now let me tell you why, so I'm not just slagging off every other person that says that. Well, first of all, if you get a great property, let me say a 20% discount on the value of the property. So if you've got a £200,000 property, in fact, you answer this in the comments. Let's assume this is in your area. Let's assume you got the money and assume everything is true. I've got you a £200,000 property, and I've negotiated it down to £160,000. So you can genuinely buy this today for 160k, but it's worth 200k. Will you pay me a fee for that? Put fee in the comments if you would buy that. If you haven't put fee, you're friggin' lying with all of those conditions being true. So yes, if you get a great property like that, obviously people buy. Now think logically, can you find one with a 20% discount? Yes, they do exist. We do find them. We do buy them. However, I have 30 staff members, and we are looking for deals all the time, and I can tell you it is finding a needle in a haystack. So can you build a sustainable business off of unicorn deals? The answer is no. Now, if you're looking to do 1, 2, 3 deals a year, yeah, happy days, crack on, look for them. But it's a lot of time and energy for relatively low outputs. Second reason is, put in the comments again, this is not a trick question, what makes a great property investment? Just put it in, pause the video for a sec, write down your answer, and it's for good reason. So if you've done that and you've played me again, then you might answer things like discount, area, capital growth, ROI, 10% return, 5% return, whatever it is, the ability to be a HMO. I want it to be great for families. It must be a 3-bed. It must be this. Well, it must be service accommodation. It must be that. Just read other people's answers. Is it fair to, and hopefully there are answers, is it fair to say that we all have a different approach to what makes a great investment? So what I would think, for example, I would purchase property right now where I am in negative cash flow. I would pay to own a buy-to-let property if it is in the best capital growth areas. Now, you might think I'm crazy for that. Well, I'm not, because I don't have a cash flow problem. I've got a wealth building problem. I want to invest for the long term, and capital growth is so much more important to me for that wealth building exercise and tax-free money. Whereas if I hate my job and I'm desperate to get out of it, your boss is a dictator. Alex, stop nodding behind this. I can see you. All right. If your boss is a dictator and you've inherited some money, then maybe investing that money to get cash flow is so much more important for you, because you do have a cash flow problem. You want to get out of your current situation. So what makes a great deal is criteria, and you only get criteria from your investor. So we focus on the money first, not the property. And you might be thinking, how do you do that? Well, for those of you that actually want to invest in your education and fast track that, which by the way, I'm doing as much free content as I can on this channel, but if you want to fast track it, we actually have an education program. We do an intake, and right now we are open for that intake. And as you can see, we have 5-star review of the 5-star review. And in fact, we have over 400 100 5-star reviews for the exact program that I'm talking about, which is the Elite Property Trading Academy. As I said, we're opening it up. So what we're doing is open up some free one-to-one strategy sessions. There's no pressure, there's no big sal or anything like that. If you put education in the comments, or if you click on the link, you'll put it to the top of the comments, fill in your details, and what we'll do is a free one-to-one strategy session. We'll spend 45 minutes on a Zoom call. You can keep the recording, and we will add as much value as we possibly can for free. Obviously, slots are limited. There are thousands of people will watch this, but we can only maybe facilitate 20 to 30. So make sure you put it in. We'll do it for free, and if we feel it's right for you, we'll talk to you about the program and how we can help you. A lot of people come to me and they think, well, what does it actually take? What do you need? Because do I believe everyone can become a millionaire? Yes. Can I believe that everyone can become financially free? Yes, I 100%. Yes, you watching this can become financially free through property. However, you can't just watch this. Like, I really mean this. Like, I love the fact you guys get value. I love the fact if you hit subscribe, feed my ego right now and subscribe if you're not already. Genuinely, I love all that, but I'd much prefer you watch 1, 2, 3 videos and then go away, unsubscribe, leave, go and actually implement it. Because the use of this channel isn't to feed my ego. Yes, it's to build my brand, but it's for you to take action. So what sort of things do you need to do? Well, first of all, taking massive action. I actually like the phrase unreasonable action. If you have your goals in mind and your targets, and you ask yourself, what would be an unreasonable amount of offers, an unreasonable amount of marketing, the unreasonable amount of valuations that would get you to that result, then take that action, because it would then be unreasonable for you to not achieve that basis. So take unreasonable action, get unreasonable results. If there were a skill set that I would focus on, it really comes down to marketing and sales, because that's what we are, right? Let's take this video as an example. If you've made it this far, thank you so much, and hopefully you get value from this. But if you think about this very video, what I've done is, my aim is to, first of all, do a title that is sort of like gonna capture your information. Hopefully the thumbnail, the image is enticing. And then hopefully my hook at the beginning of the video gets them going, oh, I wanna watch this, right? Now I've got 2 aims of, number 1, building my brand through value. And what I want to be known as in the industry is I give way more away for free than anyone else. But also, I did a little pitch there, right? I've got programs that I genuinely feel will help enhance people. And I say, hey, if you're ready to invest in yourself, put education in. So I'm mastering the concept of marketing there. Then what we do is a consultation sale or a value sale. So what I'm doing is, myself and my team, we do what is known as a consultation close or a value close. So for those that put education in, you will experience that, right? Where the idea is, in a 45-minute section, you spend 35 minutes doing 2 things. Number 1, ascertaining if this person you're talking to, maybe yourself when we have a chat, do they have enough problems that I have enough solutions for that would be worth them investing in a program. And then number 2 is pitch that to you at the end, right? But in the meantime, add as much value, because the concept that we want is, did I get so much value for free? Imagine if I invested in that. So if there are 2 skills that I would focus on, it would be marketing and selling. The next thing is communication. Communication, and effective communication, is selling. And by the way, you might not like this, you are a salesperson. What? We all hate salespeople, right? No, you're selling yourself every single day. When you wake up in the morning, if you don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend and you're trying to attract a partner, what are you doing? Selling yourself. When you set up your Tinder profile, or what are the other ones? Hinge, whatever the kids are playing nowadays. And don't pretend you ain't got one. I was about to say I've seen you on it, but I'm not on it. So if you're going on there, what are you doing? Well, you're marketing yourself. What do you do when you go on a date? You're selling yourself. What do you do when you go to a job interview? You're selling yourself. What's the company doing to you? They're selling themselves. We're all salespeople. We just don't think of it as sales. And the truth is, what you do when you're selling is you're trying to show the person that you want them to experience something that you know is going to add value. So I love selling. I really love selling. And it's not because I want to pitch you and force something down your throat. It's because I genuinely want you to experience something that I know that's going to add value. So if you could impact people in that way and develop your communication skills so that somebody can experience the value you can facilitate, you're going to be a great property trader, and you will make tens of thousands every single month. I'm going to wrap this up with what I genuinely feel the main reasons are to be a property trader. So number one is the lowest cash entry. Now, property is an investment platform, okay? Like we're not fucking around with fish and chips here, okay? We're not talking £10, we're talking thousands, hundreds of thousands of pounds. However, property trading, and within that deal packaging, it is the lowest cost entry to property. You still need between £3,000 and £5,000. Now, I'm saying this because I care about you, it's for you, not to you. If you cannot get hold of £3,000 to £5,000, credit cards, loans, not financial advice there, by the way, friends, family, you don't belong in business. I promise you, every single one of you watching, you can get hold of that. Number two, you don't need mortgages. And if you're anything like me, when I started out, I couldn't get a mortgage because of a bloody Vodafone bill. Thanks for that, Vodafone. To be fair, my screw up impacted me for many years, but I didn't need it. If you don't want to deal with tenants, you don't have to do that. And whilst property isn't get rich quick, it is the quickest way of getting rich through property. If you count rich as being able to quit your job, 10K a month, it is the fastest way. However, one final piece of advice, start thinking in years rather than months. Instead of thinking about quitting your job in 30 days, quitting your job in 90 days, you're not going to fucking do it. I know loads of people pitch it that way, you're just not. But if you want to build a sustainable long-term income and grow your wealth, then property trading might just be for you. And if you think that is, put property trader in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you made it this far, put your stance in, put your stake in the ground, and accelerate that wealth journey. As I said, if you want help doing that, put education in the comments or click the link. If you're new to the channel, you want to find out more about property investing, hit the subscribe and the notification bell. And if you did get any value, make sure to hit the like. And hey, if you really want to go out there and add value to me, share it with somebody you think would get value from this video.